We have Eton College, which is the school of 25 prime ministers, Harry, William, the royal family, the king of Thailand. So all the majority of amazing people studied in Eton.
Halo teman-teman, selamat datang di podcast Education, dan hari ini kita akan membahas tentang boarding school di UK. Sekarang ayo kita kenalan dulu dengan tamu kita hari ini. Hi.
Ciao, ciao Agatha, and ciao to all the people in Indonesia.
Can you please introduce yourself a little bit?
My name is Gianluca. So my name is not very British, I have to say, even if the flag here is very British. I'm originally from Italy, but I've been living in London for 8 years, so I'm here to represent Duke's Education, which is an education group based in the UK with top boarding schools, including Cardiff Sixth Form College, which is the #1 UK A-level college for the last 13 years, summer schools, St Andrews for foundation, so great opportunities for Indonesians. And Indonesian students are always very welcome because they are so lovely, so nice, so beautiful people, so come.
Can you tell a little bit more detail maybe about SBC, school that you are representing?
SBC is the summer school department of Duke's Education, and it's very famous because in the entire United Kingdom, SBC is the #1 summer school in the entire UK. Why we are #1? Because the British Council makes inspections over all the summer school providers, and the inspection is about 15 strengths. SBC is the only summer school who has 15 out of 15 strengths met. So safeguarding, which is very important because I'm sure that Italian mothers and Indonesian mothers are the same. So they are very happy with safety. So safety, academic, teaching, resources, everything in SBC is rewarded from the British Council. And we have amazing locations. We have Eton College, which is the school of 25 prime ministers, Harry, William, the royal family, the king of Thailand. So all the majority of amazing people studied in Eton, but they also have Dragon School in Oxford, Headington in Oxford, the school of Emma Watson, so in Oxford University. So amazing experience over the summer. With students from all over the world. We have over 155 different nationalities, and where you can study medicine, you can study engineering, you can study art. So is English, is sports, social activities, but also understanding what you prefer to study in the future because they are immersive career experience in the best schools in the UK over the summer.
Okay, so those are some of the campuses where the program are held.
Yeah.
Is there any more?
We have various locations. So we have Dragon School, which is the most famous prep school in the UK, based in Oxford, where we have students from the age of 8 up to 12. Then we have Comfort. Comfort is in Bournemouth, in the south coast of England, for students age 11 to 15. Then we have Headington in Oxford, very famous as well, where we have students from the age of 13 up to 16. Then we have Eton College, the school I mentioned in Windsor, from students 11 to 15. Then we have Rochester, there's so many. We have Rochester, which is particularly strong for visual performing and fine arts over the summer, for students 12 to 15. Earthcliff in Folkestone, still in Kent, beautiful place very close to London, 13 to 17. And then we have the pre-university experiences in Oxford University and Cambridge, in Wadham College and St Hugh's in Oxford, and in Cardiff Sixth Form and St Andrews in Cambridge, from the age of 15 up to 17. So many.
So from what I summarized, I think SBC is accepting a lot of students who want to improve their academic abilities and also sports and arts. Is there anything else that the program offers?
Oh, anything. So you are very correct in understanding the purpose. So in my generation, you can see from my blonde hair, not exactly 25, maybe 25 each leg. summer school in the UK is essentially grammar, so English and sports, which is still absolutely possible. So we have plenty of sports, English, but now can be also a taster program of a boarding school, a taster program of university, exploring if you prefer to study in the future medicine versus business versus engineering, because students have immersive career experience during the summer about the subject. So if your question is, are you sure about you want to study medicine in university? Are you sure you want to study business? We have immersive experiences in terms of academic and in terms of professional experience. Because if you do medicine, we go to hospitals with doctors. If you do law, we go to court with real lawyers. So you experience how it's about the life of law of a lawyer during the summer. So many things. You're dreaming about studying in high school in the UK, summer school is a fantastic taster program, because sometimes students or parents, they are a little scared about going there for 2 years from scratch. Summer school is a fantastic and a soft landing. You stay there for 2 weeks. 80% of our students, they want to stay more after the summer. So after that, it's much easier and parents are more relaxed in sending to high schools, to foundation program, university, etc.
And what would you say is the thing that makes SBC different from other summer schools?
Oh, easy. Number one, because it's the number one. So in rankings, I think it's better being number one than number 20. So this is something very distinctive, because there is just one school, and the award is from the British Council. So this is very important. You can find the report in website. Then the locations, as I said, Dragon School, Eton, Headington, University of Oxford are the best destination, and any student can find exactly what they're looking for, and this kind of subjects oriented. So our program are real taster program of different location, but also as happened with my kids. I don't know if you can see, but these are my kids, Luca and Giulia, right? Luca now is 20, Giulia is 16, and Luca studied medicine now, but the idea of studying medicine started in the summer with SBC, because he started 10 years ago in Camford doing future scientist, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and started with the idea about science. Then, step by step, till Oxford College and Headington, he did future doctors, future engineers, and decided completely for medicine. This is the value of SBC, which can be English, can be sports, can be plenty of excursions. We go to London, we go to Harry Potter Studios, Legoland, depending on the age, but also can be the best orientation in choosing the correct university for your future.
So then, what are the requirements for students who want to join SBC? Is there any age requirement or academic requirement?
The age requirement is about different schools. As I said, we have different schools with different age range. So Dragon is 8 to 12, Headington 13, 16, Oxford University 15 to 17. So age is already allocated. In terms of test, we just test the English level, because we have students from any different level, so we put in right classrooms. They don't need English certification, because each student, before they come to the UK, we send an online test, which they can do easily in their home room. It's about 50 minutes testing the level. At the end, they see the results, we see the results, and we put in the right classroom. So it's very easy. Because, for example, if the school is like Headington, which is 13 to 16, we have students of different age level, and due to the level, we put together in the same level lots of students with the same age. So 13, 14 together, and 15, 16 together as well. So this is the requirement. No requirements in terms of academic results, etc., because it's summer. Summer is great for exploring, having nice experience, so this is the way.
Okay, and then what will your students get after they finish the summer school? Not as in like what they will learn, but like maybe they get.
Exactly. Certificates are very important because the family, I'm sure that in Indonesia, they're like in Europe, everywhere, in South America, parents can say, yes, but after, what I can get out of the program. Absolutely, we have a certificate, we have report, and for programs from Oxford and Cambridge College, where the experience is the university and the pre-university experience, 15 to 17 years old, we have the reference letter, which is very important. Reference letter is signed by professional, specific for each subject. So if you study medicine, you have experiences in hospital, and in the end, the doctor is going to sign everything you have done during the experience. The same for law with lawyers, the same for engineering with engineers. And when you're going to apply to UK or US universities, for example, in UK you have the UCAS process, reference letter is part of the admission process. So you can use the document to apply to university in the UK or US. Very important.
Yeah, very important. Then, you mentioned before that the students are also given opportunities to explore the cities in UK, like visiting theme parks. Is there any other ways that they will be introduced to life in UK? Maybe visiting local communities, talking to natives, because I believe that's important also.
Very important is the British cultural experience. Of course, the experience is very international because, as I said, we have 155 different nationalities. My kids, just to give you as an example, started 10 years ago in Comfort, and they're still in touch with students from Venezuela, from Indonesia, started years ago. So this is one of the very first incredible mix of cultures that you can experience while you are in the UK, and then locally, because we are in amazing cities. We are in Cambridge, we are in Oxford, we are in Windsor. So they are places that you don't need to go very far from the school. You just walk. We organize afternoon tours in Cambridge, Oxford, so you can visit plenty of things. Of course, we go to London. Due to the different age, we go to Harry Potter Studios, we go to Legoland, we go to Warwick Castle, so many different experiences.
Okay, and then about safety, how safe it is for minors to travel, and then is there any services probably that SBC provides to help ensure?
Yeah, very important, because in Italy we say I figli sono piezze core. That means son and daughters are a piece of heart, right? Which is true. So safety is a top thing in summer schools, because I understand parents that I'm going to send my daughter, my son to the other part of the world. Actually, everything is super safe. Number one, because the British Council awarded with number one also in safeguarding below 18. You can see in the report, which is very important. Then we have a ratio 1:4. So for every 4 students, there is one of us. So big safe. Average of the industry in summer schools is 1:10. Us is 1:4. So we have much more people around. That means house parents during night, activity leaders, tutors, supporter. Everything is very full of people, professionals. Because remember, any person involved in the summer is DBS checked. DBS, that means that all the staff, the tutor, teachers, they have a certification from the government of the UK that they have no issues with in terms of policy, in terms of police status. So everything is done for people which can stay with kids in total safety. So 1:4, close campus experience, because SBC has already nearly 20 years of experience in successful programs, and the fact that we are in Eton, Dragon, top locations is about the fact that we are very well known in industry. And also, they can fly by themselves or in group, but also flying by themselves. I understand that maybe if you have a child 9 years old, 10, can be a little, actually super safe, because you go to the airport, you give the students to the hostess of the flight company. Of course, we have the name of the hostess, and the hostess has exactly the name with phone call, number, details. As soon as the student is going to arrive, the hostess gives in the maximum security to our staff, and our staff takes care of the student, with the shuttles to the school. Everything is in control. When the student is going to be back to the airport, back to the hostess, back to Indonesia. So I understand that in minds there can be something, wow, but in reality, step by step is super safe, all by professionals.
So you sort of have like a partnership with the airline that you can get detailed infos as like.
It's a procedure. So when you're going to book the ticket for your kid and your kid is not able to fly by himself, there is the option to give details about the hostess, right? And you get the details of the hostess. The hostess is going to get details very officially from our representative there in Heathrow Airport. So they know exactly each other. We have pictures, so it's impossible to make a mistake because everything is in full details. And so it's so safe, very safe. Tested for every year. We have over 3,500 students. 90% of them, they come individually. So it's very tested.
Okay, and as you mentioned before, some children can be as small as 9 years old. So how can the parents get updates from their children?
This is very, very important. So of course they are in touch. Nowadays there are mobiles, so in the evenings they can start to have a conversation. So now it's much easier than before. But not just this. Every day, all parents who have students attending the summer program, we have a specific page in the website, accessible just by parents, so even safety in any case. And every day we put pictures of what we have done in that day, and all the activities in details. So every day they can see exactly what the student is doing, which is a big relax, because they can have, of course, we have people to call in any kind of situation. Remember, all the programs are covered fully by insurance. So by the time they are in the UK, they will be treated like residents in the UK. So if they need anything in terms of hospitals, fingers crossed, no, but and under any scenario, they are normal UK citizen in the time of the summer. So they have everything covered. Of course, inside the campus, we have nurseries, we have doctors for the usual things. We are ready to act in any situation, so it's very safe.
And then after the summer school program, can the student extend it? Maybe can they bring their parents? Is there like a program maybe with the parents or?
Yeah, in terms of students after the summer experience with SBC, in surveys we do, 80% of students after their experience, they want to stay more. Very easy. And if they are 14, 15, they can come back in September, and happens regularly, doing GCSE. If they are 16, A-levels or foundation, so absolutely. In terms of activities for parents, they are in the UK, so they can have and enjoy English for adults. They can go around doing shopping. They can go around in doing tourism. We have boarding programs where the student is going to sleep, stay inside the school, or day program. Day program are for students from 6 to 12 years old. In this case, the family travels all together, right? And these are day programs. So students were picked up by parents in the morning and back in the evening. Because Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 or 6 p.m., students, they can stay in a day camp with 85% of British kids, plenty of sports, social activities. Evenings and weekends, they stay with the family. So they can combine tourism, all the family together, with a day camp in the daytime.
Can go to the day camp, the bigger one can go to the summer camp.
Exactly, easy.
What would you say is your favorite program there?
I have a degree in sociology, so we have programs in social sciences, which is a mix of sociology, anthropology, and psychology. This is a favorite, but I would say there is not a specific program because every student needs to explore their own experience. That's why I really suggest to try different programs in science, in business, in humanities, and we have so many. Global leadership, international relations, engineering, medicine, whatever the student is going to prefer or test, that's the right program for each one of them.
Now, more of a fun question. Do you have any fun stories during maybe past summer schools that you'd like to share? Interesting stories?
Oh, there are so many. I'm happy because I have many successful stories. Because, so many students, they have no idea about studying in the UK for high school. They join the summer, and then after summer, they want to stay more. Just 2 weeks ago, I was in Japan, and I met a lovely boy with a family. He was a little scared about going in the UK for the summer. No, maybe it's too far. Then he had a wonderful experience in Headington, which is one of the schools we have, 13 to 16. Once the student went back to Japan, he was so happy with the experience and signed and got a place in Cardiff Sixth Form College, which is the number one UK level college in UK, which is still part of Duke's education. So these are very common stories. I have so many moms and mothers and families who are saying thank you because after the program he decided for medicine, he decided for engineering. This is something that is really heartwarming for me because it is the purpose of education. And remember, summer is very easy to go because it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you can taste and then come back. But their 2 weeks can be an incredible and amazing experience.
Can you also say that this summer school can help the students discipline because maybe some parents are worried because their kids are too lazy?
Absolutely. The point is, when you join a summer program, if you're lazy, you're not going to be lazy. Impossible. Because you arrive in this incredible experience full of people from all over the world, and there are so many activities. So if you prefer sport, you can do any kind of sport. If you don't like sport, there are so many social activities to choose from. So excursions, disco nights, cinemas. When I say disco nights, it's not the fact that students are going out of the college doing clubbing no. When I say disco night, it's in a super safe environment inside the college, very, very important. So starting at 7 a.m. till 10:30 p.m., depending on the age, because for 8 to 12, around 9 is already time to bed, is full of experiences. There are plenty of different options to enjoy, so laziness is not it's going to be removed very easily.
Okay. And then one thing that probably a lot of parents worry is that when they hear UK, they're going to think it's expensive. So maybe do you have any promos or?
Yes. So in number one, the program, in the fee, everything is included. So if students, they come to the UK with no pounds, they can do everything, number one. Number two, we have a very special, it's called early bird. So for all the people who is going to book a place before 31st of January, there is a 10% discount. So I really encourage. And also joining with AJS, transfers from the airport are going to be for free. So there is a lot of time, a lot of opportunities to have a nice investment. And the investment is going to be amazing because, as I said, you're going to stay, and students are going to stay in the best accommodation, best schools, best teachers. So it's something really unforgettable.
Okay. But then, even if they miss the early bird, what is the deadline of this enrollment?
As I said, we have 10% limit of students speaking the same home language to be sure that the English is going to be spoken. So in each location, when we reach 10% of Indonesian speakers, 10% of Chinese speakers, Italian speakers, we accept no more. So there is a lot of international students and English is spoken. Because if you are the only Indonesian, but you have too many Italians, you're going to speak Italians. It's not happening in SBC, because SBC we have a limit of 10%. So as soon as we reach the level, we have no more places in the specific week. So I would say Eton and Dragon, they go sold out very quickly. So I would suggest to be very, very fast if the schools are there. Other schools are going to go sold out before in July and then in August. So, in theory, you can get a place also in May or June, but it's very unlikely. So I would suggest January, February to start to get a decision.
So apply early so you get into that 10%.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you Mr. Gianluca for
My
sharing
pleasure.
the information with us. Sekian dulu podcastnya hari ini teman-teman. Buat kalian yang mau ikut summer school di UK bisa kontak HJS.
Go abroad with AJS.
Okay, see you.
Ciao.